Ellyson's mock test, followed by practice lesson. Notice how her eyes are, looking straight at intersections. This is a common sign of tunnel vision. She should be scanning before and through her intersections. To add to common signs of tunnel vision, she is not using her mirrors to check her surroundings. Because she has a median, she should check her blind spot briefly before turning in her left turn lane.
Yep.
This practice will be needed when traffic is heavy. Stop line should be directly underneath her mirror.
Intersection just before the silver fence line on our left, we're going to make a left turn at this next intersection. And at the second black mailbox, perform a 3-point turn. You cannot use a side street, leave the road surface, or use a driveway to complete this exercise. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay.
Checking to see if she signals towards the curb she is pulling beside. Check to see if she signals out, letting people know she is coming out of the curb. Did not check for traffic or blind spot.
At the second pedestrian crossing sign, we are going to bring the vehicle to a smooth stop. And turn your wheels fully locked to the left for me. When it is safe, I want you to take control over your vehicle, back up straight in the lane you were in as long as it is clear behind you or until I ask you to stop. Any questions?
No.
Okay.
Good position of thumb, not gripping the steering
Stop.
wheel. Make sure car is stopped
Okay,
before
second
looking
part,
forward.
Take control over your vehicle and proceed to the flow of traffic.
Check and see if she takes one last look for traffic and blind
Before
spot.
the pedestrian crossing sign, park and secure your vehicle overnight as if you're going to park it uphill with a curb. Uphill with a curb.
No signal indicating pulling over to the curb. Uphill with a curb requires wheel to be turned away from the curb. Left. Make sure parking brake applied
Second
and ignition
part, take
turned
control
off.
over your vehicle and proceed to the flow of traffic.
Check for signal, checking for traffic and blind spot. Too far from the curb, needs to be within 18 inches of curb. "27 inches from the curb."
Okay, second part, take control over your vehicle and proceed to the flow of traffic.
Didn't release parking brake.
Next controlled intersection, we're going to make a right turn. Next controlled intersection, we're going to make a right turn. At the Drive Alert parking lot, we're going to take the second entrance to our left. At the Drive Alert parking lot, take the second entrance to your left. I'm going to keep straight. Make a right turn at this next intersection. And at the dark blue storage unit, perform a U-turn for me. All right, for the first part of this exercise, drive by the parallel parking space, stop, then back into the space provided. You must get the vehicle completely within the parking space. Try to bring the vehicle within 18 inches of the curb. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay.
Check for signal going in. No signal. Barricade lined up with rear tire or rear passenger door. She turns signal on which is too late. Lock wheels to right and back up until car is at a 45-degree angle from the curb line. Center wheel now. Back until mirror lines up to corner of barricade. Stop too soon will end up being too far from curb. Should use the snake method to maneuver herself inside her space and get closer to the curb.
Oh, I'm definitely too far away. Can I try that again or?
Try to snake it.
Okay.
She gave
Alright,
up.
so
This
if
would
you
be an
park
automatic fail
like this,
because car
too
is
far from
now
the curb,
impeding
the car is
traffic.
now outside of the barricade. Now you're impeding traffic. It'll be an automatic fail. Okay? So use your mirrors more. What I'm seeing is you're not using your mirrors often. And so because this is the end of the test, this is the last part of the test, I'll just go over what I noticed. So when you came out of drive alert, there was a stop line. You stopped past the white line. So make sure you're stopping at your stop lines. And then we had a turn off of Woodruff Road where you stop way behind the stop line. So just stop at your white line. Remember, you want to see the white line directly underneath that mirror. And then maintain your speed. You do drive a little bit too slow, so you can lose points for driving slow. Still driving slow can cause aggressive driving. So it can cause people to be angry because you're driving slow, and they'll start doing things that they're not supposed to do. They might tailgate you. They might not tailgate you, but they might tail you. Or they might speed out into the opposite lane to get in front of you, doing things that they shouldn't be doing. Okay. So one time you were doing 35 and a 40. So just make sure you try and stay at your speed limit. Anything over 5 miles, anything at 5 miles is going to be an automatic fail if you do not bring it down within 3 seconds. So, well, actually, I'm not going to be that mean. That's not being mean, but you got to bring it down within 5 seconds. So if I see it's a habit that you're continuously staying at 5 miles, and you're not bringing it down, once it's a habit, then I'm going to have to mark you as an automatic fail for it. So just bring it down within 5 seconds. Use your mirrors every 5 to 7 seconds. You don't use your mirrors often. So I'm looking at your eyes to see where they're going. I want to see you check your mirrors more often. And then also scan your intersections. You just look straight when you go through your intersections. So scan before you go through it and then as you go through it 2 times. You go through 4 intersections on the test and it's easy to lose 8 points just not scanning. Okay? You did on the first turn, the first left turn, you did go from the left to the left and then over into the right, but every other turn like that, you never went into your right lane. It was almost like you forgot. So from the left to the left and then finish in your right lane. Yellow flashing light, there was a time where you came to a yellow flashing light. You stopped in the middle of the intersection to scan, but there was absolutely no cars coming. So what's going to make you go through your intersections with confidence is if you scan far ahead. You got to look 12 to 15 seconds ahead of you. Like that second light pole, I should already see what's happening, right? Because that tells your brain how to react. before you come to the situation. So if I saw the yellow flashing light all the way up there and I saw way up there no cars were coming, I'm going through my intersection with confidence. You don't go in there and then you stop and then you start scanning left and right and then make your turn. So the only reason why you would need to stop is because traffic is there and another car is sitting in the middle of the intersection. So remember, only one person can be in the intersection at one time. So if traffic is coming, you see a car there, now you're waiting behind the white line. You're in second position, okay? Once that car clears first position, now you can go into the middle. But if there's absolutely no cars coming, you go through your intersection with confidence. And then with your 3-point turn, you didn't check your blind spot. So just turning your head to look at the mirror is not a blind spot check. You gotta look over your shoulder. And then with your overnight parking, you didn't have a signal to go in. And then same thing with this parallel parking, you turned your signal on when you stopped. So that's too late. So your signals is to let people know early on what your intention is, what you're trying to do. So you should have turned it on back there. Remember I told you when you cross that second white line, signal to the right, let people know you found your parking spot. So don't do it as you stop. And then parallel parking is something you got to work on. All right, what do you want to work on first? Parallel parking?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. All right, better, but still a little far from the curb, okay? So go ahead and snake it. Just doesn't, you don't have to do too much snaking. And hold on, pause here for me. Actually finish. I was gonna fix this one in the back. It looks a little crooked. Go ahead and finish. Nope. Where do you want the butt of the car to go?
Yeah.
So keep going until you're parallel to the curb. Okay, that's passing my shoulder, so just turn your head in a little bit to get back straight. So front of the car, you want to line up to the back of the barricade. So lock your wheels to the right and just get parallel to the curb and you should be good to park and secure. All right, boom. Park it and secure it, which is good distance from the curb. This was your best one yet with the snaking method. All right, proceed to the flow of traffic. This time for the next ones, I'm not gonna help you out. You just gotta do it on your own. So for the test, you get 3 tries to do parallel parking, so use it wisely, okay? And second part, take control over your vehicle, proceed to the flow of traffic. Okay, you turn at the brown pole for me. Use your mirrors more often. On this type of road, what mirrors should you be checking every 5 to 7 seconds?
This one.
Yes. Gonna be 25 miles per hour on this road. And at the next controlled intersection, we're gonna make a left turn followed by a right turn at the following controlled intersection.
This one?
Next, is there a controlled intersection here?
No.
No. So next controlled intersection, we're gonna make a left turn followed by a right turn at the following controlled intersection. Scan your intersection before and through, but stay in your lane. So when you do that, see how you started drifting? When you do that, make sure you keep that wheel straight. Don't grip the wheel too tightly, and it's only quick glances. So you should have already, because you were stopped, you should already scan through before. You just need to do a quick glance through. Okay, when it is safe, execute a lane change to the right. What's the speed limit for this road?
35.
Maintain 35 going downhill. You see your speed increasing? So what should you be covering right now if you're going downhill?
The brake.
Your brake. Get to 35 and then you can cover your accelerator. We're going to stay in this lane since our turn's coming up soon. Next controlled intersection, we're going to make a left turn. Next controlled intersection, we're going to make a left turn. What do you see far ahead? What do you see 12 to 15 seconds ahead of you?
A yellow light.
Yellow light, but you're far from it, so it could turn solid and then turn red soon, but still go through your intersection with confidence. Pick up your speed, go through it with confidence. You got it. Okay, little wide. All right, now what do you got to do? Okay, what's the speed limit for the road?
40.
Yes. Use your mirrors often. Scan your intersection. At the roundabout, we're going to take the second exit to our right. At the roundabout, take the second exit to your right. Scan your roundabout well ahead. Okay, and go through it with confidence.
This
Second, yep. Next controlled intersection, we're going to make a left turn. So when it is safe, execute a lane change to the left. What color is your light up there?
Red.
Red. Now it's 2 lanes turning left. Which lane do you want to start in?
The middle.
Good job. All right, so this is going to be a 3-lane road we're turning into, right? Which lane are you turning into?
The middle one.
Yes. Watch out for the people on your left. job. Okay, what mirrors are you using right now to check for traffic? Yes, ma'am. So expect one of these lanes to end soon. It's going to be that right one. So expect people in that right lane to try and get over into your left. Into their left lane. Scan before and scan through. Good job. Okay, what's the speed limit for this road? 45. Give me 45. Next controlled intersection, we're going to make a left turn. Next controlled intersection, we're going to make a left turn. Remember, if no cars are coming, keep going with confidence. You have more than enough space for you to go. Okay, next controlled intersection, we're going to make a left turn. Next controlled intersection, we're going to make a left turn. Continue right through the railroad tracks. You do not have a stop sign. Continue right through the railroad tracks. You do not have a stop sign.